Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So in the last video we took a tour on how to cut this gathers gown for a 3-year-old kid. Now this is the sewing part of the tutorial. So if you haven't seen it, you can kindly check it on my YouTube channel. So this is the sewing tutorial. Let's get started. This is the front piece of the outfit and the back piece of the outfit, but both of them is the half length of the outfit, and we also have the gathers. So now the first thing I have to do is to notch this area. This is to enable me know the midpoint of the fabric so that I can be able to stitch this outfit accurately. So having done that, I'm going to open it like so, and then also open the lining, and it's this notch area where I actually notch. I'm going to find the midpoint where you notch, pin it down, and then we are going to go to the sewing machine, and then we'll stitch the neck. Then also for the back piece, we'll separate it because it's into two. We'll separate the back piece, notch the area of the zipper, both the up and the down, very important because we're going to be making use of it to fix our zipper, and also notch the area of the lining too for the zipper. Having done that, make sure that this is the front side, this is the back side. Then you put your lining on the front part of the fabric. Make sure it's on the front part of the fabric. Then you place your lining there. Make sure the notch are the same, and then also take for the second side to place it. The reason for this notch is so that it can serve as a guide for you, so you don't make mistake. So having done that, we'll also go to the sewing machine and then match from this area to this place. Then also do the same for this, and also do the same for this. So guys, I've gone ahead to run the stitches down. I've gone ahead to stitch my fabric. So the next thing I will have to do is to notch the neck. We're going to notch all of the neck area and then top stitch on the lining. Now I'm going to go to the sewing machine like so. We're going to open this front like this. We're going to open this like this, and then ensure that this area where you notch is facing towards the lining, and then you top stitch on it. We'll do the same thing to also this one, same with this one. So I'm going to go do that and come back to show you guys what it looks like. So guys, I've gone ahead to top stitch on it so that you can see, and look at how it's looking like. Very neat. It came out very well. So the next thing we're going to do is to turn the lining backward and then match on this particular area, match the zipper area, and also close the armhole because this is a sleeveless gown, and then we're going to close the side. We're going to do the same to the others. We're going to turn the lining backward, front side facing front side, and stitch the zipper area, stitch the armhole area, and also down to the side, leaving only the shoulder open and the bottom down open. Also for the front part, you're also going to turn the front part, match the armhole downward to the side seam, close every part of that area, leaving the shoulder and also the down part because this is a sleeveless dress. I'll go do that and come back to show you guys what it looks like. So guys, I've gone to my sewing machine and then I've stitched all of this down, and I've also turned it and then give it a very good ironing. So this is what it looks like currently. So the next thing we'll do now is to join the shoulder to shoulder together. We're going to join the shoulder to shoulder together, and also if you notice from the outfit on the screen that there is a band on the outfit. So there are different ways to do this. You can actually cut out the band on the outfit. That's when drafting out the clothes, you can actually cut out the band, or you could actually make it like this. So for this tutorial, I'm actually making a separate band for it, and I'm going to place it on top of the front like so. So for the band, I've gone ahead. What I did was I measured what I have on this front piece like this, and then I measured 3 inches from the waist length from the waist length, I measured 3 inches. So remember that half of an inch from this waist length, I'm going to be joining it to the gathers. So when I take half of an inch, 2.5 is going to be left. So that's what I did here. If you measure this band is 14.75, so I have to do it excess, so that I'm going to trim off the excesses. Also, the length of the band is just 3 inches. I cut out 3.5 inches, and then if you turn the back like so, you see that I folded half of an inch inside. Then I went ahead to put my stay and then put my hemming gum underneath it, then use my iron to press it down. The band is 14.75 by 3.5. Then I turned in half of an inch, so I'm left with only 3 inches. So by the time I stitch it down and then take out half of an inch to join to my gathers, I'm going to also have 2.5 inches remaining. So that's that for that. Then to stitch it, I'm just going to place it like so on my fabric and then run a stitch on it up here. I can also run a stitch down here, but the down of the stitch is optional. So that aside, we are going to focus on joining the sleeve together. So after joining the sleeve together, I'm going to impute the band. So to join the sleeve, if you notice, we have already covered the armhole because this is a sleeveless. So the remaining opening is this area as well as the bottom area. So you're not going to stitch the bottom area of each of your fabric and then also this particular area, because this is a sleeveless. That's why I stitched the armhole area, leaving this and also the bottom open. So then I'm going to set the fabric the way it should be, like this. Align the back piece this way, align also this back piece this way. So in order for us to fix the armhole and ensure that the stitches isn't showing at the back, what we are going to do is to, as you've aligned it this way, you open this front, this particular place, and then put your hand inward like so. Pick this fabric, this one, like so, and then turn it. You will turn it this way like this. So when you turn it this way, you arrange it. This is it. You ensure that you arrange it very, very well. So take your time to do this. Arrange it properly like this. Let everything align well. You can also use your pin to hold it down. So see it. This is mine. So just like this, I'm going to align and I'm going to use my pin to hold it down when aligning. So I've gone ahead to use my pin to hold it down just like so. This is the back and this is the front. If you have excess lining, don't worry about it. You can trim it off. So just as we did for this first hand, you also do the same for the other hand. So now then after you're done, you go to your sewing machine and then you stitch it down just like I did for this one. I'm also going to do for the other hand, and also I'm going to run down my band and I'm going to come back to show you guys what it looks like. As you can see, I've gone ahead to fix my band just as I said, and also join my shoulders. So this is what my shoulders came out looking like. As you can see, it's so nice, and when you turn the back, you will not be able to see any sign of stitches around this place. So this is what it came out to look like. And also for my band, this is what my band came out to look like, guys. The next thing I have to do is to turn the outfit like so, then take out my zipper measurements, hold it down with pin so that I won't make mistake, because I'm yet to put the zip. It's after I put my gathers or run my zipper on it. So I'm just going to first of all take out my zipper allowance with pin, and then I will measure the circumference what I have and take it out, and also measure the waist circumference what I have, and then I also take it out. Then after doing that, I'm going to take my gathers and then run my stitches on my gathers, both for my back gathers and the front gather. I'm going to run a gather stitch on it, gather it, and then come back to show you guys the results. So guys, I've gone ahead to close the side. As you can see, I've gone ahead to close it, and this is what I have. And I have also opened my zipper. I've gone ahead to remove the pin so that I can attach my gathers to the outfit. So this is my gathers, guys. I've gone ahead to gather it. So what I have to do is to get the midpoint. I have to get the midpoint of my gather, and before gathering it, I actually took out the midpoints. So I marked it out with a chalk. Yeah, it is, so that I can be able to identify it and align it with the half length. So I've gone ahead to do the half length to notch the middle part for this one. Then the midpoint of this one, I'm going to take the midpoint and align it to the midpoint of this. So like so, I'm going to use my pin, and then I'm going to hold it down. So after pinning this down, I'm also going to align the other parts. I'm going to also ensure that the other parts are aligned to the end of the half length and the end of the gathers. So I'm going to do the alignments and then come and show you guys what it looks like. So guys, I've gone ahead to pin my gathers down to my half length. As you can see what it looks like, I've gone ahead to pin it. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine, and then I'm going to stitch it together. And also afterward, I'm going to fix my zipper. This is the zipper that I'm going to be using for this outfit. I'm going to put my zipper on, stitch my zipper on the outfit also, and then I'm going to come back to show you guys the finished product. So guys, here's the finished result. This is how it came out looking like. I've gone ahead to fix my zipper. I've also gone ahead to hem the down of the outfit and also put my rose flower on the clothes. Sorry guys, I did this off camera. I didn't want this video to be so long. So this is how my baby clothes came out looking like. So lovely, and I really love the outcome. I really love the finished result. I also went ahead to fix my lining behind the camera, and yeah, this is the end result. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We have come to the end of this tutorial. If this was helpful, kindly like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do not forget to turn on your notifications so as to get notified when I drop new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.